Today, besides our meditation, we are going to talk about defeating despair, which is affecting many, many, many people around the world. One of the most important things for defeating despair, actually, is meditation. So that's what we're going to do right now. So sit comfortably. I'm just looking for my mantra card, which seemed to have disappeared. Hold on, I got it. And repeat the mantra, Yod and in breath, He and out breath, Wa and in breath, He and out breath. Yod from the base to the heart, Wa from the base to the third eye, and then out to the heart. That's it. Now if you have your own mantra, that's fine too. Okay? So that's the story. Probably the single most important thing we can do in our lives as part of our way of life, as part of the 6 foundations, sevenfold piece, is to meditate. Meditation takes us to the truth of who we are. And when we know that, there is no despair. I kind of gave my talk away, but this is where we go. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to focus on the energy coming through into my eyes and allow the Kundalini, the Ruach HaKodesh, your Holy Spirit to be awakened, or if it's already awakened, activated. So the energy comes through. I've been empowered by my spiritual teacher, Swami Muktananda, to do this work, very directly to do this work. And the purpose is to wake as many people as possible. That's the total goal of my work in the big picture. Okay? So we're going to start with that. Just looking at my thing. So here we go. We're going to focus on me and my eyes, and we're ready. Then just go into meditation. Yo. Slowly come out of meditation. Sorry for the phone calls, but I'm not really sure how to work with a cell phone to block phone calls and still create a transmission. I hope eventually somebody can show me how to do that. The topic today is an alliteration called defeating despair. Defeating despair. The world is facing so many difficulties. I mean, it's maybe epitomized by what's happening in the United States, but it's really worldwide. Really worldwide. What do we do about that? How can you help your friends? How can you help yourself? Those are really important questions. And what I mean by that, when I say despair, I mean really despair. What I mean is 56% increase in suicide in Americans aged 14 through 24. That's, age 10 through 24. For kids 10 to 14, suicide has tripled. It's like, growing up in the 50s, I've never ever heard of that happening. Period. It's like, that's huge, okay? And it's tripled in kids 10 to 14 from 2007 to 2017. This is very recent statistics. For kids from 2007 to 2017, 15 to 18, it's increased by 76%, and for 20 to 24-year-olds, it's 36%. That's big, okay? And millennials, 23 to age 38, something like that, there's an increase of about 8%, and then before that we're talking about, and Gen Z, which follows that, is 13% with major suicide and major depression. So obviously something big is going on. What's going on? And we just read about trends in psychology. The APA is just talking about this is the biggest in 20 years drop in overall well-being people feel. Well, we can give you lots of reasons for what's wrong. I mean, we have physiological regions, 5G, and the world situation, poor diet, lots of things happening. But there's one antidote. And besides eating healthily and proper supplements, another topic, it's people aren't feeling a purpose and meaning in life. Purpose and meaning. And without that, nothing makes a whole lot of sense. That's what's really going on. And it's like an epidemic of, alcohol and drugs, like a 47% increase in overall depression. It's like, okay, obviously we need to address it in a different way. What does that mean? The simplest, easiest, everyday way to reverse it, besides exercise, which actually has been shown to make a difference, is meditation. Now, how is that? Well, besides quieting the mind, it gets you in touch with the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are. And the world, the globalists are telling us we're nothing but useless heaters. Better off killing everybody on the planet and clearing it because you're not worth anything except for the elite. Well, that's just not true. God put us here not by accident, but to wake up spiritually. So let's get on purpose. Let's connect with waking up spiritually. And part of that is finding meaning and purpose in your life. So let me define those a little bit. So meaning has to do with not an outer world, but your inner experience. And that's where meditation's so important. I mean, really important. So what are we talking about? When you meditate and you're able to quiet the mind, one is able to access the deep truth, the deep, beautiful truth of who we are. The deep, wonderful truth, the non-causal joy, the non-causal peace, the non-causal oneness of who we are. The non-causal love of who we are. The non-causal joy of who we are. That's powerful. And that really takes you out of that despair because you know you are the light of God. That's a big deal. You know you have the direct experience, you are the light of God. Once you get that, it's really hard to go into despair. But if you're not connected to the divine and you're seeing yourself as somehow disconnected entity out there without, it's real easy to not feel meaning. So meaning is the fact that we are the soul spark of the divine, and part of the biggest meaning and purpose, cosmic purpose, is to reconnect more deeply with the divine. When that becomes more aligned, then purpose can come into focus. And what I mean by purpose is it's a lot easier to access your purpose in life when you have the inner alignment with who you are. That's what's nice. That's what's really nice. So that's the antidote. It's not taking an antidepressant, which don't necessarily work anyway for more than, if at all, for more than 6 weeks. But the point I'm saying is something really different. Meaning and purpose. Take a look. How can we create meaning in our life? The inner experience. We can spice it up with exercise and movement and different things, and clearly dance. That's an old but very powerful remedy. It's without joy, where are we? Okay? So when we dance, we have that joy of God beginning to happen for us. So dancing is a great thing too. But key is the inner connection to our soul. And when people lose hope, move into despair, they've lost that connection to their soul. So let's come back to that soul connection and take a look at the big picture of who we are. The full approach, I'm going to talk about as the 6 foundations, very, very briefly here, and that's eating at least 100% vegan, 80% live food diet, fasting, spiritual fasting, which we do on a regular basis. Right now we're doing it over the internet, yoga asana, tai chi, breathing exercises, sacred dance, which I love to do, service and charity, helping others, connecting with the heart, working with a spiritual teacher if you're ready, as much meditation as possible, and as much Shaktipat as possible, which is how we started our program today. And those become a way of life that quiets the mind and helps you access the deep truth of who you are. Coming up soon, on the weekend of the 21st, we have a huge Aquarian meditation. Israeli time, it's 8:20 p.m. and just figure out the timing from there. If we're talking West Coast, you're talking in the United States, we're talking about a 10-hour difference. So it's 10:20 a.m. and we can do that located all over the world. Maybe next time we talk, we'll list the general times over the world. But we do that collectively, and it's ushering in the Aquarian Age. If anybody wants to get updated information on it and tune into the program, because we're going to do a joint meditation with that worldwide, just go to drcousens.com or treeoflife.mn.co and you can sign up. It's free. It's free. Okay? We have these meditations that we're doing every day, or Monday through Friday. And pretty much we're going to do it about this time. On Thursdays, I'm doing it in 3 different regions, so it's slightly different. So that is really the key, and it's simple, okay? But we're collectively doing that. So we're also having an internet meditation retreat on Friday night, and Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and the 21st is on a Monday. So the meditation retreat is 3 Shaktipat meditations a day, starting 1 with Friday night and 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and that's happening that weekend as well. And again, go to drcousens.com or treeoflife.mn.co. So all that's really available, and that will be kind of posted on this too, so you can make access and connection with us. So we're offering simple, low-cost approaches to going back to the joy and love and peace of who you are. So with that in mind, peace be with you.